as to why your benefits were reduced. Remember, Social Security has never once failed to pay benefits that are owed. And so if you're owed the money that you believe is being taken away unjustly, contact your representative. That's our job. That's why we are elected. On the second point, Susan, I just so happened, because I figured we might raise a question, this is a savings bond. I got this when my middle daughter, Olivia, who's now 15, was born. This is 15 years old. This savings bond I can cash at any time. It had a face value of $50. I had to wait a little while for it to reach the $50 maturity, but I can cash it at any time. This is where Social Security's surplus, the trust fund money, is in securities, in treasury bonds. Robert, no one stole the money, but what happened is Congress and the government used the money for other purposes. George Bush took office saying, with these surpluses that we have, I can give tax cuts to the wealthy and still not do any damage to Social Security. Guess what? He ended up using the money in Social Security to pay for things like his tax cuts and for Iraq and Afghanistan, because we've never paid for the wars directly. But Social Security does have $2.6 trillion in these same types of treasury bonds, which are good money. That's what China gets when they lend us money. That's what the banks get when they seek to make investments with the federal government. It's solid. Just don't let anyone tell you that it's not, because there's some people who would say, oh, well, Social Security is part of the federal government, so why should Social Security, which is part of the federal government, pay the federal government? Or why should the federal government, pay Social Security? They're all part of the same government, so don't worry. The federal government has to, because it borrowed the money from one arm of the federal government, the Social Security Administration. So it's there, it's real, and the biggest, you had some Republicans talking about this $30 billion or $20 billion fund for BP for the Gulf oil spill, calling it a shakedown for taxpayers to be able to get paid back by BP. These Republicans were defending BP. Well, let me tell you, the biggest shakedown in America will occur if anyone tries to let you believe that you don't have $2.6 trillion there sitting because you paid into it. That would be the biggest the mother of all shakedowns. And so don't you let anyone tell you that the Social Security system is in stress today. It's not. It may be in the future if we don't do a few things. But unlike the federal government's budget, unlike a lot of private sector businesses, unlike the banks, Social Security is as sound as you need it for you.